Hi, and welcome back to my channel. So, I've been thinking about what to do that might be helpful for everyone at home, and certainly with the situation and restrictions and not being able to go anywhere, people are working from home, and that would mean that there's a lot of time on screens and laptops and just improper posture, spending a lot of time sitting. So I thought that maybe we would do some things for just to get into the shoulders and the lower back. Of being, if I turn around, if you're typing like this, you know, your neck is, your head's really heavy on your neck, so you see there's going to be some spine issues, and then you're not using your core. So to sit up straight, you know, these muscles along the back are very weak, so those things are going to cause a lot of issues throughout your whole day. So my intention for this class is, and I hope that you make your own intention when you come to practice with me, but my intention is really just to help with those issues in your tissues, and just be to instill maybe some mindfulness that you can take with you through your days, and just realize how you're sitting, and if your shoulders are up here, if you're not activating the core and pulling it back to the spine, and just some general release techniques. So why don't we just go ahead and tune into the breath. So just think of something that you want to set for an intention, if it's just to be able to relax more fully, or to breathe more deeply, or to remember to live in the moment and not to hang on to things that happen first thing in the morning, or be anxious about what's going to happen during the day. Our days are getting longer, and more sun will be coming, and you'll be getting busy. And I know a lot of times everyone does this until you learn to just be okay with things. But when we get to spend more time outside, then, you know, people start thinking, oh, this is great, and it is, but then they don't make any time for themselves. They kind of talk to themselves and say, oh, I'll feel better if I do this, and I don't need to do anything for a self-practice. And then just the not making time for yourself, your body kind of disconnects. So let's not do that this time, this spring that's coming. Let's be thankful for every opportunity that we have to be out in the sun and to be in our yard, and to make things beautiful, and to evolve with the new growth and new buds, because that is our body naturally makes that adjustment, and then we feel more life in ourselves too. So right now, today is about to bring new life in and get some of the lethargic feeling that's in your body from the days being so long and from being in the house for so long. So let's let that go. Maybe that will be your mantra for today. So to start, bring your hands to your heart and take your palms are together, and place your thumbs into the sternum just to make that connection. So press them in and take a deep inhale. Feel it come from your lower belly and bring it all the way up your spine. Okay, so breathe through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And then take your thumbs and place them in between your eyebrows and take a deep inhale. And exhale. And now take your palms apart and just make a big circle like you're making a big sun. Bring your palms together. And then exhale, bring your hands back down. So this is really your electromagnetic field. So we're just going to swoop it and clean it a couple times. Okay, so inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, back down. Inhale up. And exhale, back down. Now take your left hand and place your hand right above the ear on the right side. And just keep your fingers tented on your right hand down onto the mat, and then just gently let your head come to the left. And just close your eyes and remember your breath. So take some deep breaths and take your breath and move it into the area that you're stretching. Give it some life. And then bring your head back to center. Tense your left fingers and take your right hand and place it above your left ear now. And start to gently pull that over, or just let the weight of your hand, rather, bring your head over to the right. Breathe into those tight muscles. It might feel like a bit of an elastic band that's being pulled to the end of its elasticity. Great, and then release that. Just bring both hands down, both hands tented, fingers tented. And bring your awareness to your lower belly to support your spine so you're sitting up straight, so you can get a really nice stretch through the spine. And then you're just going to drop your chin down to your chest and take some deep breaths. And then lift your head up, inhale, are still tented. You're going to inhale, rise up straight, and then exhale, twist and turn your head to the right. And on the next inhale, start to bring your head through center, over to the left and exhale. And inhale again. And exhale. And bring your head back to center. Okay, so let's go ahead and take your arms behind your back. Interlock your fingers, or if your shoulders are really tight, then just grab onto, say, maybe your elbows or your forearms or your wrists instead of trying to clasp your palms together. But just press your arms away so you can feel the front of your shoulders get a stretch. And for most people, this is going to feel really tight. Okay, so just maybe lean back a little bit. Maybe you can, if your arms or your hands are together, you can maybe press them towards the floor. And just take some deep breaths here. And maybe you can fold over, starting to release your lower back. And come back up and release your arms. Just make some circles now. So they are going backwards. Just open up. And then make them go to the front. Okay. And then you're going to bring your hands up to the center of your chest again. And press your palms together. And now pull the lower belly into the spine for stability for the spine. And then send your hands straight up and feel the muscles along the spine start to stretch up. And then exhale, bring them back down, feel all of those muscles activate. And then bring them back up again. And now flip the palms so they're facing, your fingers are interlocked. Palms are facing up to the ceiling. And pull the lower belly in and really stretch up tall. Feel your lower lungs. And then start to pull so your elbows are straight, and push the palms away from you. And then maybe you can twist a little bit to the right and back through center, twist to the left. And just go ahead and make a circle now. Still pressing your palms away. And switch direction just to balance that out. Maybe you can go, maybe it feels good to go a little quicker. Just press again through the center and come back up. And then release your arms down. So now you're going to take your elbow, or take your left hand to your right elbow, and then still sitting straight, just pull the shoulder, or just don't pull on it, just allow it to come over to the left. We're not going to hold that for very long. And then switch, just to release. And then if you bring your elbow straight up, and so your left hand is on your right elbow and your arm is right by your right ear. And again, not holding for very long here. And then you're gonna switch sides. We're gonna continue doing shoulder releases, but this is all about working from home, so you're gonna flip your wrists over and just feel that stretch going through the forearms and the wrists and the hands. Spread the fingers wide so you can feel the stretch going into the fingers. This is important too. You use your hands and your fingers all day and your wrists. Okay, and then turn your hands out to the sides of the mat and just go back and forth. Maybe you want to curl your toes under as well. And sit back towards them. So you're kind of mini tasking right now. Okay, and then just shake your hands out. Maybe bring the hands, the front of the hands together, and then just make some circles. Just release that. And then you can make fists, and then just make some circles. And then switch direction. It's a nice gentle forearm stretch as well. Okay, great. So let that go now. And then we're going to move into puppy pose, another great shoulder release. So keep your hips up, stacked right above your knees. Walk your hands forward. Send your hips up and your forearms down and your forehead down. And just sink into your mat now and just feel your shoulders, all the muscles, all the tightness. And take your breath and let that oxygen go into those muscles and see if you can unlock any further. So deep inhale through the nose and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now if you're great there, then stay. Stay as long as you want in any of these postures, even if I go to another one. And then if you want a little more for the shoulders, tent the fingers and lift the forearms off the floor. So your body's still in the same position, but you'll feel different muscles being stretched here. It just gets into the shoulders a little deeper. And then using your fingers still tented, lift up and just go back and forth. Okay, so you're using your core to support your lower back and your belly, and you're just allowing the shoulders to do the work. So get some fresh blood flow going into those shoulders, new life force. The shoulders hold so much tension anyway, never mind if you're working from an office in normal times or if you're at home. Alright, good. Now walk your hands back to underneath your shoulders. And we'll do some cat-cow here, just to get the spine moving. So inhale and arch your spine and look straight ahead. Keep your spine in line with your head, the neck in line. And then exhale, start to round and really push the ground away. Use the shoulders to protract. So no bent elbows. Inhale and just feel your spine and your pelvis go back and forth. You're trying to create some more space. And inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale, forward. And exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Now, we're going to move right now to lifting your right hand up. And you're going to thread the needle without bringing your shoulder down yet, okay? So it's just going to be a little thread the needle flow. So feel that stretch coming right from your right hip. And then exhale, feel the shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale up. And now on this one, you're going to come down onto the shoulder and bring your right ear down. And then from here, you can use that left hand. You can stay right where you were. You can bring it forward, depending on what feels best for the shoulder. Or you can bring it back and open up the front of the left shoulder at the same time as stretching out the right. Just feel your neck release too. Just another breath here. And then release. Come back up into your table, and on the inhale, lift your left hand up. Get long, lengthen, exhale, and thread the needle. Inhale back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. This is the last one. Inhale so deep. And exhale completely. Come back down onto your left ear. Now, same thing. Each shoulder is going to feel different. Maybe it might feel good to do different variations, even if you didn't do them on the opposite side. Just find out what feels best for you. It's your body, your practice. Soften with every exhale. And then release, come back up, and walk your hands forward again. See if our puppy pose feels different this time. Maybe you can unlock a little further. Feel your lungs expand each time you inhale. Great. Pop yourself up. Now we're going to do dolphin, because that's a really great shoulder release and spine release. Okay, so hopefully you're familiar with dolphin, or welcome back to the posture. It really is great for building up the shoulder strength as well. So come down onto your forearms first and measure out the distance. So you should be able to grab on to both elbows with your fingers, and then straighten them, but keep the shoulders and the forearms exactly where they are, or elbows rather. And you can interlock your fingers. Now look at your knees and walk them in. Curl the toes under and pull the lower belly in. Protract the shoulders, so push the ground away with the elbows and lift up into your dolphin. Keep pressing out of the elbows. And then you're going to inhale, right leg up. Feel the stretch on the left calf as well. And then exhale that down. And then inhale, left leg up. Stretch the right side. And then exhale back down. And come down with control. And let your head come back to look forward, so you're releasing your spine all the way. So we're going to do that once more. So press the elbows into the mat. Feel the shoulders retract. Lift the knees up. Press yourself back behind your arms. Lower belly's engaged still. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale down. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale down. Bend the knees. Release your neck, look forward. And then exhale. Maybe round your back again. Inhale, look forward. So it's like a little variation of cat-cow, except you're using the strength of your shoulders. And the more that you use the strength to get the flexibility, you actually release that tension that's stored in there. And your breath is like a little power washer. All right, release that. And same thing now. Walk your knees back a little bit. And your elbows, now your hands you've released, your palms and your forearms are straight down in line with each other. Palms pressing into the mat. And then inhale, look forward. And then exhale and round. So all these variations are working different parts of the back and the shoulders and the neck. So one might resonate with you really well today, and then you go to do it tomorrow, and you might have to make your own little new variation for it. Okay, inhale. And now come lift the forearms up. Curl the toes under and come into your first down dog. Then press your head back behind your arms. Feel your palms into the mat. And tighten the thigh muscles, so meaning pull the kneecaps up into the thighs. And maybe you can lift your toes off the mat. If you can't, don't worry. And then you're going to walk your hands back to your feet and come into a ragdoll. So great for letting your spine lengthen. And use the weight of your hands onto your elbows. It's almost like your elbows are going to come right down. You're going to pull them to the mat. And then relax your jaw, relax your face, relax your eyes. Just feel everything lengthen. And another great one is to interlock your fingers again and then place them right at the nape of the neck. So right at the hairline there. Just to use a little more weight, gravity. And then place your hands, if you can touch your feet, not everyone can. So just be good with where your flexibility is at. If you can, just place your hands onto the top of your feet and just look forward and feel the spine lengthen. You're going to feel a gentle stretch for some, maybe a big stretch for others on your hamstrings. If you can't touch your hands to your feet yet, with practice it comes, then you can place your hands underneath your knees and look forward, or they can maybe be down at your ankles, but in any case, just keep your spine and your head in line. And then just release down. Maybe you want to swing around side to side, perfectly fine. Then take your left hand, take your right hand up. And then you're going to stretch your spine, stretch the front of the shoulder. Bring that hand down. Inhale the left hand up. And exhale that back down. Bring your feet back behind you. And come into the sphinx pose. Actually, before we do sphinx, let's just do some baby cobra for the neck. This feels really nice, especially first thing in the morning, or maybe at the end of the day, whatever time that you have to practice. Bring your forehead down. Your elbows are hugged in towards your rib cage, like little baby chicken wings. And then you're going to inhale, just lift your forehead off the mat, and you're just going to look forward. So you're just going to feel that gentle movement at the base of your spine. And it's really soothing. Head back down on the exhale. So inhale, you lift your head and let it look forward. Keep the elbows hugged in. So you're going to stretch the front of the shoulder as well. Exhale back down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Now, slide your hands forward. And you feel your forearms down onto the mat. Your hands are up by your face, and your forehead's down. Just feel all of that chronic life force into the area that we just worked, into the lower back. Might feel like a little buzzing or tingling. Feel your palms on the mat. And then inhale, lift your head, and your forearms are still down. So, what I just walked you into like this, I know is the reality for a lot of people, especially when you're really tight in the shoulders and the neck and you don't have a lot of mobility. This might be the only place that you're able to get to. But if you can, it's going to feel like your lower ribs are lifting off the mat, okay? So you feel your pubic bone and maybe your hip bones into the mat. But now the forearms are in front of your ribs. And then just let your spine be tall. And maybe just lazy sphinx. Just drop your chin down and feel the back of the neck open up. Definitely feel sensation in your lower back. And then bring your head up and back. If it's comfortable for the neck, don't do it if it doesn't feel comfortable. Keep pressing out of those elbows. Just the similar action to when you're in dolphin and you press out the elbows. And then inhale really nice and slow, take your head over to the right. And then bring it back through center, all very, very slow. And then over to the left. Just get some mobility going. And then you're going to feel the base of your spine likely. You're going to feel that move and maybe like it's a bit compressed, so there's new blood flow that's moving in there, it's keeping everything nice and healthy. And to the left. Okay, release that. And bring your forehead back down. You can bring your palms facing up. And then you can turn your head to the right or to the left. Just soften, relax. And then fold your arms now bring your forearms to the front of the mat. And then just let your head be on top of your forearms. Let your forehead just sink in to the support of your forearms. And then you're going to bring your hands out to form a T. So we're going to roll to the right first. This is a massive shoulder opener and release, so enjoy. Okay, so keep the right hand out, palm facing down. You're going to take the left hand and place it beside you, kind of like when you're going into cobra. And then you're going to take that left leg, bend the knee, and just bring the foot back behind you. So you're rolling over onto that right shoulder. Just relax, soften. Same thing, you can move that left hand around wherever it's comfortable. Maybe you might want to just keep it beside you for support. Maybe you want to bring it back behind you. So just take a couple more breaths here. And then release that. Roll out a bit slow. Make that left arm into a T form again. Tent the right fingers. Bend that left knee, lift the foot off and bring it back behind you. And just have your left ear down now. And then release out of that. And take your hands back behind you, interlock your fingers again. And then stretch the shoulders so your arms are stretching back, palms are maybe by your butt, and then just lift your chest off of the mat. Now, this is completely optional. You can grab onto both feet, or you can, if you were able to do the last one, but you can't grab onto your ankles yet, you can go ahead and grab onto one ankle and lower the other one down and just stretch the shoulder on the opposite foot. On the opposite arm. Okay, so you can stay right here. If you can't lift your knees off the ground yet, otherwise squeeze the locks, and then you're going to inhale, lift the knees up off the mat and kick into your feet. So this is another great shoulder stretch as well, and also a great thigh stretch and back bend and a stretch for the thyroid. And then release that, take take your hands back beside you. Maybe you can press up into up dog, or maybe you can just come into a high cobra. And then exhale, push yourself back to a child's pose and stretch out your back. And just soften. Take some deep breaths. Maybe you want to bring your palms together and just bring them back by your neck. Or if it feels better, you can just keep your palms together and keep your arms stretched out long in front of you. And then lift your forehead up. Stay on the elbows and just look straight ahead. You can feel across the back of your shoulders stretch. And then release your hands down. Lift your hips up. And come sit comfortably again. We're going to do some neck rolls. And then you're welcome to go into Savasana. And if you're doing this in the evening at the end of your day, then go ahead and bring your favorite stone in, light some candles around you, bring a blanket in, make yourself real cozy after you've done all the stretches, and then just let your whole body sink into the mat. And just feel safe and supported and ready to unwind and before bed. Also, you can do it at any time, but if you're working from home, it might be nice to give yourself a little break and just take half an hour and do some of these just to release and limber up and everything so you can go back to typing. So sit however is comfortable. And I should say, if you're sitting at your home office, you could do these with some of them without even getting on a mat. You can just sit in your chair and, especially neck rolls and everything. So find a time that works for you, that's the point. Okay, so sit up nice and tall, and then just start to feel your neck and your shoulders. So go at a pace that works for you. I can't feel what your body feels like, only you can. So you might need to go real slow, or you might think, oh no, it's pretty good actually. Okay, and then you're just gonna go to the opposite direction. But always be kind to your spine. You only have one. And then drop your chin down in the center. And just go, keep the chin down and just roll your head back and forth, side to side, little half rolls. And bring your head up. So, thank you for practicing with me, and let me know if you enjoyed this or if you have any other suggestions for me or questions, comments. I love feedback, helps me put together a new video, because essentially I'm sitting in an empty room talking to myself, pretending I'm putting on a class. So in classes I always ask any requests. So yeah, same thing, just let me know and then I can help you out. Alright, so much love, take the time that you need. Remember to give yourself the time that you need to. Namaste.